You're watching Longmeadow Community Television. Channels 9, 12, and 15. Your local source.
Good evening and welcome to Lancer Field. It's a beautiful September evening, 2013. This is Chris Gagne. John Dowd tonight is away at a Elizabeth Warren fundraiser, and I'm ably joined tonight by Rick Cruz. We're here to call the Lancers, the 1-1 Lancers led by Nick St. George, against the Holyoke Purple Knights. Holyoke comes into this game having lost 13 consecutive games to Longmeadow. So, Rick, I guess we can say early that they're looking for revenge.
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty good bet, Chris. Although I think our Lancers, after their start this season against Agawam and then a great win last week, are ready to keep the momentum going into this week. As
Rick said, Longmeadow opened their season at Agawam in a dismal fashion. There's no other way to say it. They picked it up, had a great victory over Northampton, and this is the third game of the season for the Lancers in the 2013 season. Back to receive are Max Chaporis, number 22, and number 5, Alex Calabrese.
Chris, I think that's Alex Calabrese.
Calabrese. He dropped the E when he came across. Kicking off for Holyoke. Short kick, it'll be Calabrese taking it on the 20-yard line. Cuts back to the middle. Still on his feet.
That's a great move.
And he's out. He's out to the 43-yard line and tackled by number 32 for Holyoke, Irving Rivera, the defensive back. So Longmeadow is going to come out for the first offensive series of the quarter, led by their quarterback, number 3, Connor Ostrander.
Chris, Alex has got some great moves. I've seen him for years make those down the field.
I've watched him mostly on the lacrosse field. He translates very well to the lacrosse field as well. Ostrander, 1st and 10. And we'll call it from his own 42 and under center. Double wing formation. Handoff up the middle.
Heck of a run by Max, who picks up 18 yards down to the Holyoke 42-yard line.
Excellent run. That's the way to start for Longmeadow. Max is the workhorse this year for Longmeadow. He's an excellent runner. Another excellent lacrosse player as well as a short stick defensive midi. He runs hard, and we'll see a lot of him tonight. Ostrander hands off to Keegan Berry over the right side, and he's going to have a gain for over 10 yards. It's going to be another Lancer first down. So they knock off 11 yards on that play, and the Lancers are off to a strong start.
Chris, that was a nice 744 off tackle out of the wing team.
Holyoke puts 9 in the box. Not respecting the pass in any fashion. Ostrander to Chaporis. Chaporis up the middle. Safety brings him down. Number 3 for Holyoke, Tavon Morales. Chaporis showing his talent. Gains another first down, a pickup of 10.
And we got Mike Metcalf checking into the game as well.
Longmeadow now. First down on the Holyoke 20-yard line on their first possession of the game. Ostrander under center. Conrad McCarthy in motion.
Looks like he's going to go. He's all the way in. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Longmeadow. Man in motion, Conrad McCarthy.
That was a nice 10-29 rocket there, Chris. Great play. Got it to the outside. Used the sidelines and got in for a touchdown.
Followed his lineman. They'd set up the wall, and he took it in. So Longmeadow gets on the board early with a 20-yard score by McCarthy. And unfortunately, the referees are taking it back. 10 yards on a holding call for Longmeadow. We'll take that one off the board. So Longmeadow now is going to start 1st and 20 from their 30-yard line. I did not pick up the hold on that. It was on the far side of the field. And from our low perch, we really couldn't see it. Disappointment, but no argument from Nick St. George. So back to the double wing formation. Ostrander under center. Rolls right, looks down the field, throws it up. Over his man, number 47, Nick Cruz. You've heard of him, Rick.
Yes, I've spent a little time with Nick on the field, and unfortunately that ball was thrown a little inside, a little miscommunication there.
And Nick is how tall?
Nick is 6'2".
6'2"?
Running, pushing about 200 pounds now.
And he could have been 7'2" on that one.
Right.
So 2nd and 20 now for the Lancers, opening possession on the 30-yard line. Ostrander again under center out of the double wing.
Conrad McCarthy in motion. Little jet sweep here.
They hand it to McCarthy. He's taking it to the outside. He's got 10 of it
nice
back.
Move.
15 of it back. Dives for the extra 5 yards. So he picks up 15 on the play, and he'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Lancers.
Conrad's a kid who's very deceiving. He's got really long strides, but he's really fast.
He's a junior. 6 feet, 181, so he brings good size to this league as well. Ball's on the ground. Ball's still on the ground. Holyoke's going to recover. Keegan Berry fumbles at number 70 from Holyoke. Philip Fernandez, a defensive tackle, dives on the ball, so there's a turnover for Longmeadow. And it looked like it was just loose, and the Holyoke defender got his hand in there and just tore it away. So the Lancers do not start the game in the fashion that they had hoped, especially when they had punched it in the end zone and had to bring it back on the holding call. Keegan Berry fumble, first possession. Number 7 for Holyoke is the quarterback, Andrew Peltier. Pitch.
They're going to pitch outside.
And number 33 for Holyoke, Brian Szerzewski, takes it to the outside.
Yeah, nice tackle on the play by senior Luke Gerwick.
Luke Gerwick set in the ends, and I think that was something that they had trouble against Agawam, and I know Luke was hurt during the game, was setting those edges. And it's so important in high school football that you've got 2 strong defensive ends to set the edge.
And there's a flag on the play too, Chris.
Yep. Holding against Holyoke.
Penalty is a hold against Holyoke.
And the penalty's been declined. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down, and let's call it 13 situation for the Holyoke Knights in their first possession.
We got Calabrese and Barry out on the corners.
Out of a pistol formation, Peltier throws it to number 10.
Keegan Berry makes a nice tackle there on the play.
Justin White, number 10 for Holyoke, had nowhere to go.
Noah Hurwitz and Max Japoris came in too to finish it up.
They were singled on the outside, and they just stayed with their man and did not. Holyoke was not allowed to set up the blocking, and he was taken down immediately. Let's call it 3rd and 14 now. Traditionally, Holyoke has come out in a power football. They like the I formation. With that lead blocker, then they just try to, in the past, try to overpower an area to beat Longmeadow, only not successfully. But that's been their game. Now they're out of a spread formation, trips right, back to pass. Peltier looks down the middle. That one's going to be picked off. Number 11, Noah Hurwitz taking it down inside the 10-yard line. And there's a flag on the play. My belief is it's after the interception.
Noah Hurwitz, there's a flag on the play.
So Longmeadow to this point has entered the scorebook with a Barry fumble and now a Hurwitz interception. It appears it's going to be Long Meadow football. They're going to walk it back 15 yards from the point of infraction. The Long Meadow's going to have 1st and 10 now from the Holyoke 31-yard line.
Chris, I'm going to guess that was a block in the back at some point.
Yeah.
10.
8 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the first quarter. Double wing, Ostrander under center. Chaporis in motion. Ostrander pitches to Chaporis, looks inside, cuts outside, and then comes back up. A good gain of about 4 or 5 yards for Chaporis. He'll show some tough running. Kept his pad square to the line of scrimmage.
Chaporis was working hard all off season to really get in shape for this season. This is his big year as a senior, and everybody's expecting some big things from Max this year.
Max, a senior captain, along with Tim McGann and Johnny Falcone. Falcone in the game now for Barry. Number 15. Ostrander, let's call it 2nd and 6. Call signals. Here in the first quarter, Longmeadow driving. Falcone in motion. Handoff up the middle.
Quick dive up the middle.
Keegan Barry.
I don't think he got it, Chris.
No, it was only a 1-yard gain. The Holyoke held that, and now we're going to have a third and 4 situation for Longmeadow. Shuffling in the plays, number 84 for Longmeadow, Max Rye.
Chris, I might go off tackle again here.
They've had success with it. Chaporis in motion. Handoff. Barry up the middle, stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Their defensive tackle shot the gap. Number 70. Philip Fernandez, and we've called his number before, and he was able to make the tackle. So it'll be a loss of 2 yards on the play. We're going to call it 4th and 5. Number 5 shuffling in the play, Alex Calabrese. Handoff, Falcone, former quarterback, looks to throw, throws it out there.
David Sell with a catch.
David Sell gets the first down. At about the 11-yard line, tackled, fumbled out of bounds after the catch and possession.
Hey, when you got 2 good quarterbacks on the team, you can do that kind of play.
Well, Falcone's a 2nd-string quarterback, obviously used to throwing throughout his youth football and first 3 years here at Longmeadow, so he's a threat to do that at any time.
It's a nice use of your talent on the football team.
Well, and especially because Ostrander is not one to pull the ball down and run. So it does add another to kind of make up for it in that dimension. Ostrander on the keeper up to middle, probably gains 3 yards.
As soon as you say that, Chris, he takes it up the middle.
Philip Fernandez again on the tackle. He'll gain 3 on the play.
Gain of 3 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 7.
You got David Sell checking back into the game.
Right.
I'm sorry, that was Max Rye who just went in.
Rye checking in, Sell's in at tight end.
Yep.
Rye is off on the left side. Handoff, Chaporis left side, finds the seam, cuts up the middle. Good Holyoke tackle, but a downfield tackle by one of their linebackers. So Chaporis picks up 4 on the play, making it 3rd and 3.
Max Rye is a sophomore and a great rising talent on this football team.
He's got great hands, and I know the coaches are working hard on his blocking skills with him.
Yep.
So Longmeadow's going to have 3rd and 3 from inside the 5-yard line. Handoff up the middle by Ostrander.
Didn't look like he quite made it. Still about a yard short.
Bringing up a 4th and 1 from the 4-yard line. Calabrese getting the play now, running it in from Nick St. George. Mikey Metcalf comes to the sidelines. number 12.
Let's get it to Max Japoris, our workhorse. He'll punch the ball in there.
Well, they've been using Chaporis around the left side.
Yep, there it is.
Chaporis on
He's
the
in.
left side once again. So Chaporis scores the first touchdown of the night with 3:34 to go in the first quarter. Chaporis on a 4-yard carry.
That was a nice hole he ran through over the left side.
I'll have you set the offensive line next time they come out. You know the players. You've coached them since they were knee-high to a grasshopper.
Yeah, several years with all these guys. It's actually really interesting. I've coached these seniors, these juniors, and the sophomores. So I know quite a few of these kids.
Metcalf will hold for Rye for the extra point. Snap, good hold. Rye is up.
There you go.
Kick is good.
Let's get some points on the board.
So Long Meadow takes a 7-0 lead with 3:34 to go in the first quarter. And we'll take a break in the field. And we want to recognize Rocky's Hardware, one of our sponsors here on LCTV. Rocky's Hardware, from one modest store to over 32 convenient locations throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Florida. Rocky's is here for you. Rediscover Rocky's and see our great new selection of outdoor power tools, pet supplies, premium paint, and craftsman tools. Rocky's, rock solid service since 1926.
Paying for new toys for the children of Shriners Hospital. Thank you for your support.
Rye will do the kicking off. And Holyoke sets up, but not deep. Deepest man is inside, on the 23-yard line. Gorgeous night, no wind tonight.
I'll go a little bit deeper. Max can, he gets a foot on the ball, he can set it deep.
Seven to nothing, Long Meadow here in the first quarter. 3:34 to go. Rye to kick. And number 1 for Holyoke, Christian Arturet takes it, comes up the left side and goes out of bounds. Gonna be a late hit flag on Long Meadow.
I don't know about that.
Returned by number 1.
He did, and they're gonna call that every time on your own bench.
That was Nick Losey who hit him out of bounds.
So that's going to cost Long Meadow 15 yards. It's going to take that ball across from the 41 and into Long Meadow territory. So an unfortunate break, and that'll be something that'll be talked about in the film room on Sunday night, I'm sure.
License plate of the car, the keys were found outside of
Chris, I think that's the fourth penalty of the night against Long Meadow. Third or fourth?
Could very well be. We had a touchdown run called back on the interception. There was a block, and now that one. So from the pistol formation, handoff. Number 24 to Holyoke goes over the right side. Ransford Quaid.
It's a nice tackle by Conrad McCarthy out there.
And it looks like McCarthy came to play tonight. And that was one thing in the Agawam game, was the flow of the defense. There were lots of gaps, and everything improves.
Well, Chris, it's a young team. We have a lot of juniors on this team who are starting both ways, and they're really starting to come into their own. And you'll see them progressively get better throughout the season.
They get the improvement from the first game to the second game is the greatest in the season. Number 24 for Holyoke takes it around the right side. Ransford Quad. And he picks up 4 on the play. So Ransford Quaid has a good carry over the right side, bringing up a 3rd and 6 for the Holyoke Purple Knights.
Bring up a 3rd down and 6. Ball's on the 41-yard line.
Out of the pistol formation. Goes back to pass. Puts it up the right side.
Nice defense there.
Covered by number 47, Nick Cruz. And able to cover the pass without draping his left hand over his back. Gets the right hand across the front. The pass goes wide. 4th down and 6. From the Lancers' 41-yard line, Holyoke on their second possession of the game. 1:59 to go in the first quarter. And they're in punt formation.
Alex Calabrese is back to receive the punt on about the 10-yard line.
He's going to roll right. He's going to throw it over the top. He's got a man wide open. Too easy.
Somebody missed their responsibility there.
So for Holyoke, Christian Arturet took the snap, rolled to the right, and lofted it over the right side. Good play and a good call by Holyoke. They must have seen something in their preparation that obviously led them to believe that that was something they could be successful with, and in fact they were. Number 24, Max Stukalin checks into the game now, and Calabrese comes out.
Chris, on our defensive line, we've got one senior, a couple juniors, and a sophomore. Luke Gerwick, Chase Hussey, Jack Blanton is the 2 juniors, and Alec Huff is starting out there as a sophomore. Alec was always a big kid growing up in youth football. Always did a great job.
Offsetting unsportsmanlike penalties after the play. 1st down, Holyoke, and they'll run from the Longmeadow 23-yard line. From the pistol formation, Pelletier calls the signals. Ball's in play. Handoff, crisscross coming over the left side.
Nice tackle by Keegan Berry out there.
Great play by Berry, coming up hard off the corner. And no gain on the play, setting up the 2nd and 10. Holyoke calling signals. Handoff, number 33. Up the middle. Not
come on, guys, wrap them up.
Number 33 for Holyoke. Ryan Srozinski goes up the middle and makes a solid gain. Pops his feet hard. He picked up 9 yards on the play. 3rd and 1. A long one.
Tackle on the play by number 15, Johnny Falcone.
Johnny Falcone made a good tackle there.
Ball's on the 15-yard line.
Substituting out for Longmeadow, Alex Huff.
And Zach Togus comes in, senior.
Under center.
Quick one up
Dive
the middle.
Up the middle to number 25 from Holyoke,
Johnny
Anthony
Falcone.
Perez.
Johnny Falcone makes another tackle there.
Falcone's making too many tackles deep, and right now they're punching holes in the line. So Holyoke's getting some push up front after this drive was extended off the fake punt. So Holyoke's going to run 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. And Pelletier's going back under center. Out of the I formation. Handoff,
another
fullback.
quick one up the middle.
And that one sniffed out by Longmeadow much better, and the defensive line collapses on that one. And number 52.
Zach Togus comes in and makes a stop.
Zach gets in the action early. And that's going to be the end of our first quarter with the Longmeadow Lancers 7 and the Holyoke Purple Knights nothing. I want to take this time to thank Doctors Express. Doctors Express supports Longmeadow football. Our centers are conveniently located in Springfield and West Springfield. They provide walk-in urgent care 7 days a week with extended hours. Our experienced physicians provide treatment for illness and injury. from the flu or an earache to cuts, broken bones, and much more. You don't need an appointment or a referral, and we accept most insurances. So, when you just can't wait to see a doctor, come to Doctors Express in Springfield or West Springfield. Rick, you know something about that too?
Yeah, just a little bit about Doctors Express. I hear they provide a really great service.
And you started the company in the Northeast for them.
Yes, we opened our first center in Springfield back in September 2010, just about at our 3-year anniversary, and we are now opening our 9th center in Dedham in Massachusetts.
Fantastic.
This week.
Fantastic. Can't hear enough of those stories.
Yeah, we're really excited.
Well, we thank both Rockies and Doctors Express. Pelletier under center,
nice.
Goes left side to number 24,
Dylan Rye.
Quaid.
Johnny Falcone and Dylan Rye got in on that tackle.
And Dylan Rye, just a junior. As you said, Longmeadow, where last year there were 31 seniors on the football team.
Yep.
And this year that number is a third of that. Third and goal, they're pushed back now to the 10-yard line.
Let's get a big stop here.
Out of the I formation, Pelletier under center. Back to pass, looks end zone, fires right side. And the pass is incomplete. Alex Calabrese on the coverage for the receiver from Holyoke, Christian Arturet. That's going to bring up 4th and goal from the 10-yard line, and Holyoke's going to have a decision to make. We'll see if they brought a kicker. Down 7-0, and Holyoke's going to call a timeout to discuss this early. And while we're here early in the second quarter, we'll take this opportunity to again thank Rocky's Hardware. From one modest store to over 32 convenient locations throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Florida, Rocky's is here for you. Rediscover Rocky's and see our great new selection of outdoor power tools, pet supplies, premium paint, and craftsman tools. Rocky's, rock solid service since 1926. Back to football. Rick, is this kind of what you expected this game to develop? We've seen a quarter of play.
Chris, I was kind of hoping for us to be ahead by another touchdown or two at this point in the game. I think we have a really strong team so far. You know, our penalties and we're beating ourselves on a few things, but we're starting to see that settle down a little bit, and I wouldn't be surprised in the second quarter to see Longmeadow go up a touchdown or two. Holyoke is putting up a good fight, though. I mean, they always have for years and years. They're not going to let Longmeadow just walk all over them. They're going to give them a fight the whole step of the way.
Holyoke's program has been down a little bit since the John Dowd era, but he's off tonight dancing with Barbra Streisand at the fundraiser.
I had heard about that.
From the I formation, Pelletier. Pitch right. He's going to pass. Holyoke wide open in the end zone. Touche Pussycat. Number 33, Brian Szerski, connects into the end zone for Holyoke to Christian Arturet. And Holyoke makes the score 7-6 with 11:06 to go.
Yeah, that was a well-executed play. Our defense bit right in on that and left the man wide open in the back of the end zone.
And this is the extra point to tie the game. It's up. And it's no good.
Wow,
Just it wide right. So the score will be Longmeadow 6, Holyoke. Longmeadow 7, Holyoke 6.
Overnight 6.
And the Lancers will come back to their bench and regroup and take instructions from their coaches. Bill Scott bringing the special teamers together. And Longmeadow will receive for the second time tonight. So Holyoke does a little trickeration on 4th and goal from the 10-yard line.
They had everybody fooled.
And they had the guy throw the ball with the longest name on the team. Suzuki to Arturet on a halfback pass.
Max Japoris and Alex Calabrese are back to receive.
11:06 to go in the second quarter. The Lancers in a 7-6 lead.
Got Mike Metcalf and Johnny Falcone on that second tier from the back. And it looks like, Chris, they're teeing up the ball a little bit to the left of center.
And they're looking in that direction as if they're going to go onside, and now it appears they're going to pull back and go to a regular kick.
Well, we've got some good hands on the front side of the line over there, so I think we can handle David Sells over there, and
Holyoke coach back on the field. He wants his guys set up on that tight on the left side. There it is. There's the kick. It gets high.
And David Sell with the hands.
David Sell pulls it down like the tight end that he is.
David has always had great hands for years and years. He was our go-to receiver, and even in youth football, 3rd and 4th grade, he could haul in a pass.
There was not a great element of surprise by Holyoke on that one. They took a long time setting it up. They set it up. Referees said something. Coach came on the field. They reset to it, and then they
talked about it some more, and then they did it.
And it was not a bad kick. It took the big second hop, which is what they want. But Ostrander will go back on the center from the 50-yard line.
Little jet sweep to Conrad McCarthy.
Conrad's
got the wheels.
Gets the corner.
Nice.
And he's going to have a 10-yard pickup, and I think for an 11-yard pickup, it'll be a Longmeadow first down. So Longmeadow, as long as they keep the ball in their hands, seems to be chewing up yardage on the ground pretty consistently.
Conrad first showed up to play football in 6th grade, and we knew right away that he was a kid that could take it outside. That's always has been his go-to play. Get him to the outside.
Falcone, number 15. Max Sheps.
Got a pass.
Ostrander rolls to the right. Looks
wide open. Conrad McCarthy again.
McCarthy's going to have another first down. So Ostrander fakes the inside handoff, rolls to the right, and hits McCarthy in the flat, wide open. Holyoke had a bit of a busted coverage in that they did not get a linebacker to flow in that direction. 1st and 10 Longmeadow from the 29-yard line. Chaporis lined up behind Ostrander in the double wing. McCarthy and Falcone in motion. This play is coming back. They were both in motion at the same time, so Johnny's getting some exercise. They had 2 men in motion. Falcone, there was a man in motion, cross grain. Falcone left his spot a little early, so this one's coming back.
And it's unfortunate, Chris. That was a great counter play right up the middle.
Well blocked. Good call. We'll see. They'll go back to that one later. So that'll bring up a 1st and 15. Now, and Longmeadow moves back to the 34-yard line. Longmeadow gets their 4th flag on the night, and in high school football, that's awfully tough to overcome that. First and 15. Ostrander looking over. McCarthy in motion. Ostrander keeps it. Bootlegs around the right side. Throws the quick pass. And incomplete. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 15.
So, Chris, we should always mention the offensive linemen because they never get enough credit out there. Our offensive line tonight, we've got number 52, Zach Togus, who's a senior. Number 54, Chase Hussey, who's a junior. 57, Alec Huff was out there again as a sophomore. Dylan Rye, 70, is a junior. And Jack Blanton, number 76, is a junior. Jack's getting a lot of time out there. He's one of the bigger kids on the team and getting some time playing both ways out there.
2nd and 15, handoff. Chaporis, left side. They like the left side. Uses his blocker well, gets in to the second level and picks up 14 of the needed 15 yards.
Max is so quick and makes such great moves out there.
And I saw it all spring long. As a defensive midi in lacrosse, he was able to pick up a ground ball and accelerate greatly and get it downfield and into the hands of the offensive players. 3rd and 1 for Longmeadow from the 20-yard line.
The timeout on the field.
Timeout Longmeadow.
Timeout Longmeadow.
So Nick St. George saw something in the defensive alignment. Didn't like the play call. It didn't match up. So he uses his timeout. And it's just going to be a 30-second timeout. 5 timeouts per half per team. So it gives each coach plenty of time to stick their nose in the game. Lancers tonight trying to go above 500 for the first time this season in just their 3rd game of the year.
Got David Sell split out wide. Johnny Falcone in at 4-back. Max at 3-back. Conrad at 2-back.
That play was blown up right from the start. Chaporis got leveled for a loss. It did not look like the center snap and the linemen were in sync. Holyoke was able to shoot the gaps.
Definitely some missed blocks up in the front line that one.
We're going to move back to 4th and 5.
4th down and 5.
So the Lancers now operate from the 24-yard line. Calabrese
might be set up for a rocket here.
Ostrander rolls right, looks down the field across the middle, intended for McCarthy, and broken up at the last second by number 42 for Holyoke. So Longmeadow's going to turn it over in downs with just a 7-6 lead here with 8:40 to go in the second quarter.
Holyoke will take over on downs. It'll be 1st down and 10. Ball on the 24-yard line.
Holyoke comes out in the pistol formation from their own 24-yard line. Pelletier gets it, hands it to number 33 for Holyoke. Swazerski, and he goes around the left side, and he'll have a gain of 3.
The 33, Brian Swazerski with the carry.
Nice to see Ben Aronson, a senior, out on the field on defense, number 38.
Let's call it 2nd and 8. Under center, Pelletier.
I think there was a miscommunication there.
Yep, it truly was.
Number 7.
No gain on the play. 3rd and 7.
No gain on the play. 3rd down and 7.
Now Longmeadow has an interesting defense, number 46 for Longmeadow.
I don't see a 46, Chris.
Is it 48?
48 is Josh Kang on the defensive line.
Yes.
Yeah, Josh is a small guy.
5'9", 150.
5'9", but the kid's got a lot of fire in him.
Playing with the big boys.
He hits hard.
Out of the pistol formation, 3rd and 7. Pelletier looks, drops 3 steps back, sets up the middle screen. It's complete. And he's going to be a yard short.
Nice tackle by Nick Cruz.
4th down for Longmeadow. For Holyoke. And it'll be decision time. My assumption is that from this field position that they've got to punt. And the referee's going to call a timeout, look for a measurement. Longmeadow next week, Rick, in an unusual situation, gets next week off. They will resume play in the first Friday in October when they go to Central.
That must be part of the new state schedule that's out, Chris.
Well, I think that they normally played St. John's in that date, and I think because of there's not so much intersectional games now, and for the first time in a long time that I can remember, Longmeadow does have a week off. Of course, that'll give the kids time to heal, the ones that are bruised up, and it gives the coaches time to iron out the wrinkles.
And knock on wood, Chris, it's been a fairly injury-free season so far.
Excellent.
For Longmeadow.
Excellent. And that's the bugaboo today, is injuries. And with the lack of seniors this year, there's not tremendous depth on this team.
No, there really isn't.
As compared to years past. Holyoke did get the first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Holyoke.
I think there's over 40 juniors on this team, though, Chris. So
is that right?
Yeah, it's a big class. Always has been.
It goes in waves.
Yeah. The middle.
Dive up the middle. Good for 2 yards. Longmeadow, good flow to the ball. And that's what we did not see in week 1.
I think Chase Hussey was in on that one.
Number 25, Anthony Perez with the carry.
But you can just see the difference tonight in the kids getting off their blocks. Where in the first week, it didn't happen. And you can see the difference. 7-6. Longmeadow 5:54 to go in the second quarter.
2nd and 8.
Out of the I formation. Peltier goes under center. Looks back to pass. He rolls right. He's got number 10 out on the flats. Justin White.
Looks like a complete pass. Johnny Falcone on coverage there.
Justin White, a 6'3", 190-pound receiver, and we watched Holyoke in warm-ups, and he's an impressive-looking athlete. And he was doing a lot of things in warm-ups that you could tell made him an attractive target as the game went on. First down, Holyoke putting together a bit of a march, still on their own 47-yard line. Tight end is on the right side.
We got timeout.
Timeout, Longmeadow.
Timeout, Longmeadow. So Holyoke was having trouble getting into their set. Longmeadow called the timeout. And that'll give us a chance here to thank again Doctors Express for being a sponsor of our broadcast on LCTV. Doctors Express is proud to support Longmeadow football. Doctors Express centers, conveniently located in Springfield and West Springfield. They provide walk-in urgent care 7 days a week with extended hours. Their experienced physicians provide treatment for illness and injury, from the flu or an earache to cuts, broken bones, and much more. You don't need an appointment or a referral, and we accept most insurances. So when you just can't wait to see a doctor, come to Doctors Express in Springfield or West Springfield. Rick, was the original concept of Doctors Express centered around the wait in hospital waiting rooms?
Absolutely. We're a great alternative to the ER, where you can wait at some of our local hospitals for 5 or 6 hours to get in for a very minor thing. And we're very proud of the fact that we try to get people in and out in under an hour, door to door. So it's a big difference.
So it's quality care in a smaller time frame.
And we really focus on the patient service experience. We want to make sure that that they have a great experience while they're there as well.
Peltier hands off, number 24. Ranford Quaid goes around the left side. He's going to have a good gain for 6 yards. before he's tackled by number 38, Ben Aronson.
And David Sell was in on that tackle as well.
So that's the Holyoke football that we've come to know and love over the years. And that is flood an area and just play power football. Obviously, with their group of receivers, they spread it out a little more. They appear to have a mobile quarterback. And they're back now into the I formation. Backdrop to pass. Pelletier looks down the field. He's going to let it go long down the center, overshoots his receiver.
Noah Hurwitz was back in on the coverage on that one as well.
Christian Arturet. And we did have, Longmeadow did have back Noah Hurwitz and number 24, Max Ducollin, sophomore.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
Just under 5 minutes to play, Chris, in the second quarter.
7-6. Longmeadow lead, so we got a tight game here tonight, obviously, with the moon in the background.
And Chris, yes, we have a full moon.
So the crazies are out tonight. Pistol formation, handoff up the middle, and that's
nice tackle.
Everybody to the ball for no gain.
Connor McCarthy as well.
4th and 5. Holyoke in Longmeadow territory.
Do you think they'll do the fake punt again, Chris?
Now you can only go to the well so many times, but I do notice that they do split number 10, Justin White, near side.
Noah's got him covered. Uh-oh, here he goes again. They're coming again.
Pass. And he's going to punt late. Number 1, Calabrese fields it. That punt may have been touched by a Longmeadow player after he left his foot, and Calabrese was in the right place to take it in. So there may have been some fortunate flight of ball on that one.
You just don't see that often, Chris.
No, and obviously it's a design play. He was looking to pass. Longmeadow had defensed it properly, and he lets the kick go late.
A rollout punt.
Ostrander back under center, and Longmeadow was not set, so they're going to knock themselves back. And they were looking Keegan Berry over the right side.
Another penalty, Chris.
I believe the 6th in the game. So penalty is a strong reason why the score is 7-6, and obviously anybody's ball game at this point.
Max Ride just checks into the game.
And he'll split to the right side. Ostrander calls it, hands off Japorov's left side, slips on his first cut, is able to get back to the line of scrimmage and gain, let's call it a gain of 3. And up to
Jack
the
Blanton wasn't too happy on that play.
Tackled on the play by number 70, Philip Fernandez. Also 2 on the play.
So Longmeadow right now, by this time in the game, has figured out what Holyoke is going to do for defense. And hopefully they've set their plays accordingly.
Metcalf split outside.
Back to pass. Ostrander straight back. Flare to Chaporis out the right side.
Picked up
That's out, cuts in. A good tackle by number 32 for Holyoke. Irving Rivera. Rivera's had a night. That's his 3rd tackle of the night. Bringing up 3rd and 9. And Longmeadow's operating in their own zone on the 33-yard line. Sweep to McCarthy around the left side. Looking for the edge. Number 24 for Holyoke. Rancher Quaid comes up and makes a nice shoestring tackle. It's going to bring up 4th down, and here comes the punt team.
Yeah, number 24 just never gave up on that play.
Oh, and he he reached out when he had to and made a good tackle. So 4th down and 8. It'll bring on the punt team. The punter is Keegan Berry for the Lancers. And he'll set up on his own 22-yard line and await the snap. Metcalf is the up back. Snapper is number 54, Chase Hussey.
Alex Calabrese as the gunner to the outside.
We got a timeout on the field. Holyoke.
Well, Chris, we got a minute 44 to go in the half. Up by 1 point, 7-6.
And Longmeadow is apparently going to turn the ball over here into Holyoke hands.
Hey, maybe they've got a trick play up their sleeves as well.
Well, Holyoke is obviously setting up for some kind of trick play, and that's why they called the timeout, to get their defenders aligned.
Looks like they might be going for it. I don't know.
Let's call it 4th down and 8 yards to go from your own 34-yard line. Interesting call.
A little gamble here.
Well, let's call it more than a little. And Holyoke's going to call another timeout. As the ball was put back into play, Longmeadow came out with their offensive beginning wrestling with Nick St. George. Rethinks his call, but he's bringing Connor Ostrander to top.
Maybe they go back to the counter, bring it right back up the middle. They had success with that play before when they were offsides. That's a movement, but maybe they go back to that one.
And I think maybe what's attractive here to Nick St. George is that Holyoke has got a couple of their punt team members in there. And he thinks he can pick on them. It's a quick kick to Barry. He's going to hit it high,
really
and
high
short.
moon ball.
Oh, it's going to get a favorable roll. It's going to be returned on the 40-yard line. So number 1 for Holyoke, Christian Arturo.
Another flag.
Kick returned by number 1.
These refs love to throw their flags, that's for sure.
The flag on the play.
A lot of laundry tonight.
And it always seems to be against Longmeadow.
Personal foul, face mask. So that's going to be 15 yards. So that punt is only going to have when the penalty is counted against the punt as well, that's going to be a net 7-yard punt. So Holyoke's going to take over the ball in Longmeadow territory at the 45-yard line with 1:34 to go in the half. And wouldn't they like to take the lead?
I'm sure they would.
Number 7, Andrew Peltier.
A couple guys split out wide.
Out of the pistol. Double wide left, double wide right.
He's passing.
Down the field, zips it across the middle. That one should be intercepted. Number 31 for Longmeadow, McCarthy. Conrad McCarthy got his hands on it and actually bounced off his face mask and into the air. But good coverage by Longmeadow and really an ill-conceived pass. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line. I think Holyoke at this point feels is playing with house money.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them pass right on out through all their plays here.
Yep. I don't think they're going to go back to the run. Everybody's back checking the plays on their wrists, which means they probably hadn't heard it in a while. 3 receivers to the right. Peltier back, looking long.
He's going deep.
Left.
And you got Barry in the cover.
Boy. That's the guy we talked about, Justin White, and he was high man on the ball, and White was not able to hold on to it, defended.
Well, you had Chaporis and Barry both on the ball.
Right. But it looked like White had high pointed it.
Yeah, he out-jumped him, that's for sure.
It looked like he had a good shot at bringing it down.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to him again.
And they set up with trips right and put Justin alone out there on the left side, giving him plenty of space to maneuver with minimal defensive coverage. This time they're going back to the play that they used on 1st down. Double wide left, double wide right. Peltier back, looks up the middle, fires wide open, Justin White, and he's able to bring it in and down to the 30-yard line.
Defensive coverage was a little soft on that play.
It was almost a delay route. where he made him believe he was going long and then just cut it right across the middle. 1:12 clock is running. Peltier remains in the pistol.
Longmeadow needs a turnover here.
He hits number 1, Christian Arturet, to the sideline. He gets out of bounds, just short of the first down to the 22-yard line. Bringing up second down, we'll call it 8.
Gain of 8 on the play. It'll be second down and 2.
And Luke Gerwick goes in for Zach Togus.
And if nothing else, I gotta believe that Holyoke gaining a little confidence right now. Something that they have not, something they've not had this season, and something they've not had against Longmeadow. Back to pass, looking to the right side, fires it, and hits a good pass. Number 11 for Holyoke.
That's complete to number 11.
Daniel Boyle
Daniel Boyle.
brings it in. And now Holyoke's looking at first down on the Longmeadow 14-yard line. 54 seconds to go. We've got a timeout on the field.
We got 52
And
seconds left.
That's going to be a Longmeadow timeout.
Longmeadow seems to be back on their heels a little bit this one, Chris.
Well, so we've established Peltier can throw. He's got a couple of good receivers. He especially likes Arturet and White, number 10, Arturet, number 1. So he's got a couple of targets. He came back that time to number 11, Daniel Boyle. And I think that surprised Longmeadow a little bit. We know the Holyoke kicker on the extra point missed it wide right, but he showed plenty of foot.
Yep. So we got first and 10 on the 15 with 52 seconds left to play. I'm not sure how many timeouts each team has, but I know they got to be close.
Yeah, Holyoke used 2 on that fourth down, and they used 1 before that, and they just used 1. So I'm assuming Holyoke's got 1 timeout left. Back to the pistol formation once again.
You got the defense all spread out as well.
Peltier now looking at the middle, fires it. He's got Justin White. Touchdown, Holyoke, Purple Knights.
Right in between Chaporis and Barry.
And we talked about it. Justin White, we saw him in warm-ups. He looked like the real deal, and he's proven, in fact, that he is. And Peltier threw a good ball. And had plenty of time as well. So good job by the Holyoke offensive line. So Holyoke scores with 46 seconds to go and now takes a 12-7 lead.
Chris, I wouldn't be surprised if they went for 2 here to try to get up 14-7. In fact, that's what they're doing.
Out of the I formation, dive up the middle, number 25.
Nope.
For Holyoke.
Did not get it.
Anthony Perez, and he does not get it. So the score is going to remain 12-7. Holyoke's in the lead here in the second quarter with 46 seconds to go. Now, we'll see where Chaporis or Calabrese can take the ball back. But it'll be interesting to see if Longmeadow is aggressive with just 46 seconds to go.
Well, I know there's been a lot of talk about increasing the number of passing plays that Longmeadow is putting into the offense this year versus last year.
Yeah.
It's Coach St. George's second year as the head coach. Mm-hmm. So this might be an opportunity to put some of those plays that they've been working hard all week on.
Well, and if nothing else, they can get, you can use the time on the clock here, again, depending on the run back to, call it practice those plays. Because you got to run them under game situations to make them really work.
Looks like this time he's got the ball teed up in the middle of the field.
He does, and he's going to let it go down the field. So Arturet will kick it off. Puts his foot into it, goes center. Chaporis comes up, takes it on one hop on the right side. Looks
Max
back
has
to the
got
center.
some wheels,
comes back.
makes a nice move. And he's still on his feet, still going out to the 45-yard line.
So good return by Chaporis. Holyoke closed nicely on it, but not before he was able to bring it out to the 45. So with 34 seconds to go, St. George has the ability here to be very aggressive. No reason to sit on it.
Let's see if we go to the air here.
Ostrander under center. Snap. Chaporis looking right side, cuts off tackle.
One block away from breaking that one.
And guess who made the tackle? Our friend, Mr. White. Good football player, both from his cornerback position and obviously from wide receiver. We're going to have a timeout on the field, timeout Long Meadow.
Chris, one of my favorite movies, Reservoir Dogs, Mr. White.
Mr. White.
The cleaner. And Mr. Pink.
14 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
Well, interesting. They went right to the run play.
They did. And one could say it's conservative, but anytime you can put the ball into Chaporis' hands, fastest and shiftiest running back.
Yeah.
And Chaporis, in fact, is in the slot on the left side. Mikey Metcalf looking quick over the right side.
Nice catch by Alex Calabrese.
And he's cut down at the 41-yard line. Timeout Long Meadow, 9 seconds to go with a 12-7 Holyoke lead here in the second quarter.
Timeout Long Meadow.
So lowlights and highlights so far for Long Meadow. Keegan Berry with the fumble on the opening possession. Noah Hurwitz got it back on the interception. Long Meadow went ahead 6-0 on a Max Chaporis 4-yard run. Max Rye kicked to make it 7-0. It became 7-6 Long Meadow on a halfback pass from Swirzerski to Arturet. The kick failed, but then Peltier then gave Holyoke the lead, hitting White, Justin White, number 10, in the end zone from 20 yards out. And their two-point conversion failed on the dive up the middle. And that's how we got to the score, 12-7. Straight back.
He's back again.
Lofts it high.
Oh!
And Chaporis was the receiver.
Yep. That was a hit.
And number 3 for Holyoke came up and targeted the head, Tavon Morales, and he was flagged for the call.
So that will bring the ball down to the 20-yard line, plus 15 yards.
The ball was the ball caught?
No.
But the ball was not cut, so I'd assume it's a 15-yard penalty from the original line of scrimmage.
It looks like they're
calling it a spot foul?
Yeah.
Let's just see what they do with it.
No, they're bringing it back up.
They're taking 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. And the question is number 3, Morales, still going to be in the game after that hit? And a vicious headshot to Chaporis. And you can go back on the DVR and see that one. He teed Chaporis up. Ostrander floated the ball. A good pass. And the collision came right at catch time. So it's a timeout for Holyoke. Long Meadow's got the ball with 5 seconds to go here in the second quarter from the 27-yard line. And I think all eyes have to be on Chaporis, too. He lost his helmet on that play. I know in the college game, he would have to come out at least for one play. I don't know if that rule applies to the high school. And in fact, Chaporis is on the bench right now talking to the trainers. So Chaporis is not in the game. Bob Lipp, freshman coach, has taken his helmet And he's talking with the trainer at this point. And it looks like they're checking him out.
And Dr. Mike Woods is down there as well.
Yep. And they've got to make sure. And also usually comes with a hit like that is sometimes a bit of a cut on the chin as well. And they've also, they got to check his jaw placement. I mean, there's a lot to that hit. It's not just the snap of the head.
And he pops right back up, though.
There is an impact.
Max is a very, very tough kid.
You don't take that hit. You don't take that hit and get up without being tough. That was the real deal. So Ostrander under center. Probably the last play. Straight back. Screen left. McCarthy.
He got caught from behind.
Open field tackle for Holyoke, number 24, Ransford Quaid, and that will end the quarter. So here at Lancer Field, in the third game of the 2013 season at halftime, it's the Holyoke Purple Knights 12, Longmeadow Lancers 7, and we'll see you back for the third quarter.
You're watching Longmeadow Community Television. Channels 9, 12, and 15. Your local source.
Welcome back to Lancer Field on a beautiful September evening. This is Chris Gagne. I'm joined tonight by Rick Cruz. We're at the beginning of the third quarter. It's the Holyoke Purple Knights 12, the Longmeadow Lancers 7. Longmeadow's going to kick off. Rick, quickly, what did Longmeadow do right in the first half?
Well, Chris, I think Longmeadow stuffed them at the line of scrimmage on defense. Really kept their running game down quite a bit. On offense, they did a nice job running the ball to the outside with Conrad McCarthy. That counter worked really well. I'd love to see them go back to that again. And the off tackles worked pretty well too. On the downside, their pass coverage is a little soft. That kid White is an amazing player, and they really got to play him a little bit tighter. Overall, I think that St. George probably made some adjustments at halftime, and it's a whole different game in the second half.
White laterals to our turret from the Max Rye kick, and he's going to bring it up to the 25-yard line and be smothered there by number 19 for Longmeadow, Ian Ireland, another junior. Sounds as if we're calling juniors all night long. So Holyoke's going to come out in the first possession at their own 25-yard line. And I think, to be honest, Holyoke's going to be a little surprised that they're up 12-7, but they're going to take that and try to run with it.
And they just brought in Campbell Marchant into the defensive line. I don't think he played in the first half.
No, I don't think he did. Under center. And Pelletier hands off to number 33 from Holyoke, Swazerski. And Swazerski goes over the right side for a gain of about 4. Bringing up second down and 6 here at the beginning of the second half. And they're in Holyoke's first possession.
And a nice tackle by Nick Cruz out there.
Can't say that enough. Is there more fun than playing linebacker in high school?
Oh my gosh. He's living the dream.
Back in the I formation, Holyoke. Pelletier under center, gets it, gives to the deep back.
Outside, Marchand in pursuit.
Number 33, Swazerski again.
Looks like a bad block.
He'll gain 1 or 2. That was a slow developing play. We'll get a hold on Holyoke, and that may take them back 10 yards. I'm assuming at this point that Nick St. George is going to just keep moving Holyoke back as far as they can, knowing that the Holyoke punt game is not strong, although they did get the big first down on the fake punt. That you can kind of only go to the well once, we would hope. So they're discussing things here. And they're walking the ball now. Holyoke had broken their huddle to come out here in their first possession in the third quarter with 11:05 to go, and Holyoke's now back at the line of scrimmage, but they're moved back now to 2nd and 15. Number 72 jumped for Longmeadow, and he got the right tackle to move. The question is, was he in the neutral zone? And yes, he was, and he was the one that was responsible.
Campbell's just very excited to be in the game. And he's certainly a physical presence out there. He's probably the biggest kid on the field for Longmeadow right now.
Campbell Marchand, a senior, 6'4", 210 yards. Pelletier now back to pass, looks to right.
Almost.
And number 31 for Longmeadow, Conrad McCarthy, came up and tipped the pass away. I was looking to take that pick six.
I think Campbell might have gotten a finger on it too.
Third down, 10 yards to go. So a critical down here early for Longmeadow. Anxious to get the ball back and try to get a lead in this game.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Mr. White in on this play.
And it's a formation, trips right. And Mr. White goes out on the left side, but they're gonna cover him.
That play
high.
that they went deep to him on.
They're gonna cover him high-low.
He's got Gerwick with a nice job.
And that ball is fumbled, and it is live. His arm was not going forward. It was knocked away.
Luke Gerwick with a great play on there, coming around from behind and swatting the ball out of his hands.
Fourth down for Holyoke. Number 62, the pride of Holyoke, Teddy McLean, in to cover up that ball, and that's an alert play by him to get on that ball amongst 5 Longmeadow guys. But that's going to bring up 4th and 12, and Holyoke's going to go back into punt formation with our turret.
And will they do the rollout punt again?
We've not seen them kick the ball straight away.
We have not. And they are this time.
And he kicks it
more
low.
of a squib kick.
That's a Longmeadow bounce. Number 21.
Let's go, Keegan.
For Longmeadow, Keegan Berry gets a good head of steam. It's only going to be a net 13-yard punt after the return. So Longmeadow is going to have great field position. And Max Japoris has taken the field at number 22 at running back, and he was the receiver of a vicious hit at the end of the second quarter, and it's good to see him back on the field.
As I was saying earlier, Max is one of the toughest kids on the team, and he can take a hit, that's for sure.
So 1st and 10 for Longmeadow, beginning of the third quarter, operating from the Holyoke 37-yard line. It goes right to Japoris over to left side.
The big guy got a hand on him.
And he's tangled up by number 77 for Holyoke, Carlos Colon.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Number 62 for Holyoke, James Kennedy, was the one who made the fumble recovery.
And we go to that off-tackle play.
And that play looked good. Keegan Berry, hard over the right side, pickup of 11 yards. That'll be a Longmeadow first down. And now they're going to operate inside the 30-yard line of Holyoke. So Longmeadow coming out strong in their first possession and trying to get a hold of the lead in this game.
And you had a really nice block out there by Zach Togas, who pulled on the play and got around the corner to help Keegan pick up those extra yards.
And the wing tee run by Longmeadow, it does demand that the linemen pull. This is not a straight ahead offense. This is not a power offense. We've got a timeout on the field right now. And a player for Longmeadow is shaken up. Number 62, Teddy McLean, checks into the game.
And Chris, we teach these kids how to pull starting in 3rd and 4th grade. They're out there pulling in the wing tee.
And is that 51 coming off the field or 61? It's 51.
It's Luke Gerwick.
Luke Gerwick, who's played a good game tonight at defensive end, coming off the field, and he's walking better and a little gingerly as he comes to the side.
I coached Luke for a number of years. Luke is one of those kids that's made out of rubber. He plays his heart out. He takes a hit, and don't be surprised to see Luke back in the game pretty quickly.
From the double wing, Ostrander under center. McCarthy in motion.
Oh, there's that counter play.
Keegan Berry on the counter. Big hole up the right side. Keeps his feet moving. That'll be another long middle first down. So
I knew that counter play was it worked the first time they did it, and here they go and pulled up another 11 yards for a first down.
And I think it's obvious what the Holyoke defense is keying on Chaporis right now, and anytime you can counter off Chaporis going in the opposite direction, it worked in the first half, and that's one of the things that you had identified as working in a play that was probably circled at halftime that they're going to go back to. Ostrander, 1st and 10, hands it off.
Caught from behind by number 77.
Too much penetration through the line. Conrad McCarthy's dropped for a 2-yard loss.
Loss of 2 on the play will bring up a 2nd down and 12.
And the ball is on the Holyoke 14-yard line, 2nd and 12. So Metcalf checks into the game. Number 12 brings the play to Ostrander. We may see a little air attack on this one. Metcalf splits out to the right side, number 12. Ostrander back under center, double wing formation. McCarthy in motion. Ostrander rolls left, puts it up in the air. That ball is short and intercepted on the 1-yard line. Intended for Keegan Berry in the end zone, rolling left. He did not get his shoulders turned all the way. The ball floated in the air. It came up short, and it was intercepted by Holyoke. So Holyoke with a big stop. And they're going to be running out from the 2-yard line. Nevertheless, Holyoke excited about taking over possession of that ball.
Ostrander is generally a very accurate passer. It just looked like he didn't get everything behind it.
No, and and that's what happens when a right-handed quarterback rolls left. Is mechanics. You really got to turn those shoulders, and it was just a perfect example of it not happening in the ball.
And you got to get your feet in the right place as well.
Correct. Holyoke with the dive play up the middle, just to get out of the shadow of their own goal line. And that play will be good for 3 yards.
Chase Hussey in on that stop there. And Jack Blanton as well up in the middle.
So it appears on the defensive line that Kang has been taken out of the game in that line.
Well, I think they moved Blanton over to Kang's spot when Marchant came in.
2nd down, 7-yard line under center. Peltier hands off, left side.
Oops, somebody made a nice tackle in the end zone. It looks like. Is that in the back? No.
Falcone came up hard from his outside linebacker position.
That's pretty close.
And that's a loss, bringing that back to the 1-yard line. So 3rd down. Holyoke does not have a good punting game, and now they're going to be cramped if they're not able to make the first down.
Yeah, it was a nice blitz call there by the outside linebacker.
So it'll be interesting on this one if they're willing to throw out of their own end zone I formation. Justin White's split left.
Yeah, he's throwing. It's a quick one. Oh!
Quick hitter over the middle. Intended for number 28 from Holyoke, Brandon Brown, 6'2", 220-pound defensive end.
And Hurwitz wanted that one. He saw that one. His eyes went wide.
Not completed. Chaporis is going to be back deep with Calabrese to field the punt. And Holyoke is going to have to now punt out of their own end zone.
Well, let's not get a stupid penalty here.
Number 1, Arturet. Christian Arturet. A senior, 5'8", 155 pounds. Back to punt. Good snap. And he's going to run out of the back of the end zone and give up the safety. Interesting call this early in the game, because now Holyoke has to free kick from their own 20-yard line.
I don't know about that play, Chris. That just doesn't make sense to me. That makes the score 12-9.
12-9. Here in the 3rd quarter, an interesting call by the Holyoke coach. 6:42 to go in the 3rd quarter. And Arturo had gone to the sideline and gotten clear instructions from his head coach, Bob Lestowski, to do just that.
I think he was concerned that we were going to block their punt. It was so tight to the back of the end zone and give up a touchdown. So they took the 2 points, and now they're going to kick.
Free kick from the 20, and I assume they'll put it on a tee to let that ball go. But that's an interesting call, and that's, that play alone, Longmeadow's still going to have possession, and Longmeadow is going to, I think, gain some momentum out of this.
Yeah, and I think they'll probably get a nice return on this one as well, at least up over midfield.
Deep returners are now back at the 40-yard line.
Calabrese and Chaporis back again with Falcone and Metcalf right in front of them.
So Arturo has the ball in his hand, and he's going to punt this ball away. Interesting call as well. So Arturo lets it go. Gets a good boot.
That's a nice punt.
That's his best boot of the night, and he sends Chaporis all the way back to his 20-yard line, fields it on one hop, and now he's bringing it back. He's got the right side, and Chaporis is going to bring it out close to midfield.
Wow, that kid hit a nice punt.
Great punt.
First down and 10 Lancers.
Great punt. Good return by Chaporis. Longmeadow down 12-9 here with 6:33 to go in the third quarter. So here comes Ostrander under center from midfield, hands off. Chaporis up the middle, looking over, and he's going to have a good 5-yard gain. Good offensive line push on that one.
Little three-back belly play there.
And I think the quickness of that play surprised Holyoke. They obviously had no time to get through the gaps on that straight-ahead play.
Max Rye back out on the field checking in, bringing the play out.
So Longmeadow now looking to establish some momentum.
Pitch.
Keegan Berry around. Is that McCarthy?
Conrad McCarthy again, fighting for the first down. Almost. It's going to be close.
It's going to be close. This could lead to a measurement. Third down. Third down and inches.
I'd maybe hit that counter play again, or.
Well, I would. If Longmeadow had the lead, now is a great time to go downtown with the ball. But I think they just got to grind this thing up.
Yeah, don't be surprised to see Ostrander just surge forward.
Chaporis,
he's got it.
Right side, first down, Longmeadow. So Longmeadow
got it on the belly again.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter.
Somebody's cramping up down on the field for Holyoke. Chris, I got a score at halftime. We had Central over East Longmeadow 34-0 at the half.
Both teams coming into that game undefeated. And actually number 10 for Holyoke getting up and going to the sidelines is Justin White. So he's run a lot of deep patterns tonight. He's played both ways. Got to get some water into his system and try to get these cramps to go away. And that's tough. When those cramps start hitting you, it's tough to get rid of them. First and 10 Longmeadow, 38-yard line. Keegan Berry around the right side. He's going to pick up a solid 8 yards.
And got some good blocking up front by Luke Gerwick, who is back in the game as predicted.
Luke hurt his shoulder in that Agawam game. A lot of pain on the sidelines. It looks like that's back together. Did doctors express help with that one?
We did. Luke is another kid like Max Japoris. Coached him for years. Very tough. Very aggressive out there on the field. And one of the funniest kids on the team, too. Oh, look at that.
And that's
a nice run by Conor McCarthy.
Conrad McCarthy over the left side. And that's going to be a Longmeadow first down. So Longmeadow on the march now. And we could have a big swing in this game.
First down, Longmeadow.
Longmeadow had 7 penalties in the first half. So far, no flags here in this half, but I'm sure that was one thing that was talked about at halftime, especially in high school football. Mistakes will kill you. First and 10, Longmeadow, operating from the 15-yard line. Ostrander owners under center, Barry in motion.
Nice.
Counter.
A little counter, there it is.
Going left side.
He's in.
Touchdown, Conrad McCarthy. Longmeadow takes the lead, 15-12. McCarthy on a 15-yard scamper over the left side.
Chris, that is the beautiful thing about that counter play. You can set it up all day long by taking the ball outside, and then at the right spot, you bring it back the other way on the counter play, and he's gotten some pretty good yardage on that play tonight.
Well, we've seen 3:32 to here go, 3:32 in the third quarter, and what we've seen is that Holyoke spent a lot of time talking about Chaporis, and now the counters are starting to develop easily for Longmeadow. Rye trying for the extra point.
Looks good.
And it is. So Longmeadow takes a 16-12 lead on the Rye kick, and that will give us a break in the action. And we can thank, again, Rocky's Hardware. From one modest store to over 32 convenient locations throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Florida, Rocky's is here for you. Rediscover Rocky's and see our great new selection of outdoor power tools, pet supplies, premium paint, and craftsman tools. Rocky's, rock solid service since 1926.
I love Rocky's. I go to Rocky's all the time, Chris, for my needs.
A little work needs to be done on the house from time to time.
Yep. Got Max Rye kicking off again.
And Longmeadow now with a 16-12 lead here with 3:32 to go in the third quarter. Rye on the kick.
A nice kick by Max.
Goes left, Justin White.
Just went out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
Penalty.
Looks like they're probably going to have to re-kick it.
Probably going to take the ball. I think it comes out to the 30 or 35.
Does it?
Yeah. If they want it, or they may make him kick again, because I think they want to get the ball into number 10, Justin White, who's checked back into the game after suffering some cramps, and number 1, Christian Arturet. They want the ball in their hands. Those are the playmakers. They make things happen for Holyoke, and they, in fact, are going to make Longmeadow re-kick. So the ball moved back 5 yards to the 35-yard line.
Luke Gerwick talking with the referee about something.
And I think Chase Hussey is now going to, or is Luke Gerwick going to kick on this one? I think Luke, number 51 for Longmeadow, Luke Gerwick is now going to go in to give this one a boot. And he lets it go. And it's caught by the up man, number 13 for Holyoke, Raekwon Acevedo. So Holyoke gets good field position out of this one. They're going to get the ball on their own 44-yard line. So a disappointing turn of events for Longmeadow on that kickoff.
Well, that was a little Bill Belichick-ish to take Max Rye out after one bad kick out of bounds, and I think I would have let Max kick it again.
So here's Holyoke up under center, out of the pistol. Low snap.
Running.
Coming around the right side, number 24 for Holyoke, transferred Quaid. And he gets out of some tacklers' hands and comes out with a 4 or 5 yard gain, and a good one for Holyoke. So again, Holyoke trying to establish some momentum.
Almost had that for a loss. Good pursuit by the defense and finishing that one up, and the guy slipped through.
Take this time out to just point out the center for Holyoke, number 62, James Kennedy. James is 5'9", 230 pounds. When I took him to a UMass football game about 15 years ago, he was more like 23 pounds. Does a good job up the middle. Long middle, stuffs that dive, and a gain of only 1.
And Conrad McCarthy and Jack Blanton in on that tackle. Conrad's doing a good job of filling in the A-gap right there.
Josh Kang checked back in the center of that line. So 3rd down and 4 yards for Holyoke, an important down here in the 3rd quarter.
I'd like to see a big stop here with just over 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Out of the I formation, Justin White left.
The pass.
Looking right side, number 1, Arturit hits him cleanly in the flats on the right side. That's going to be a big Holyoke 1st down and bring it down to the 35-yard line of Longmeadow.
Alex Calabrese on the coverage there. It's just a well-thrown ball.
It was, sometimes offenses just have a well-designed play and pull it off, and that's exactly what that was. And I've been impressed with Pelletier. He takes his time, finds his receivers. Pelletier does not, he's a player. I formation under center, 1st and 10 for Holyoke late in the 3rd quarter, back to pass. Steps up in the pocket.
Ready to go.
Going down.
Jack Blanton on the sack of the quarterback there.
Jack Blanton blows up the middle and makes the play. Chase Hussey was there first, flushed him into Blanton's hands, and that's a big turn of events. Now bringing up a 2nd and 16 for Holyoke. 1:02 to go in the 3rd quarter, 16-12, Longmeadow lead. So the Lancers are in a battle tonight. They appear to have made some good adjustments at halftime. They've come out composed in the 3rd quarter and had a real good 3rd quarter.
And Chris, we just haven't seen the penalties like we saw in the 1st half either.
They're not seeing the laundry on the field, and so far our friend number 10, Justin White, has been held in check here in the 3rd quarter. Back to pass.
Got him again.
Number 48, Josh Kang. And that ball came loose, fumble on the play. Moved forward for a 1-yard gain by Holyoke. We've got a timeout on the field for an injury. And while that player is being attended to, I want to thank Doctors Express. They are proud to support Longmeadow football. The Doctors Express centers, conveniently located in Springfield and West Springfield. They provide walk-in urgent care 7 days a week with extended hours. Their experienced physicians provide treatment for illness and injury, from the flu or an earache to cuts, broken bones, and much more. You don't need an appointment or a referral, and we accept most insurances. So when you just can't wait to see a doctor or a hospital waiting room, come to Doctors Express in Springfield or West Springfield.
And Chris, we're giving out flu shots as well right now. Everybody should get their flu shot. Most insurances will pay for it. If not, we only charge $20.
Okay, that's a good point. I know I've got to get one. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Holyoke's going to be faced with a 3rd and 16 when they come out of the huddle, but we saw a good third quarter by the Lancers. And it's something that we had hoped to see from the opening kickoff. The game has kind of settled down. Longmeadow has settled down, playing with some confidence, playing with effectiveness. And Holyoke right now is, they're a bit confused. Holyoke obviously is not playing with the confidence that they did. The fact that they made a great play on the interception in that third quarter of Ostrander, but then couldn't move the ball out from right in front of the goal line on 4th down. They had their punter, Christian Arturit, take the snap and walk through the back of the end zone. And that changed momentum to make it 12-9. And then McCarthy had a 15-yard scamper around the left side with a wry kick to make it 16-12 as we sit right now at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
And Chris, they're eliminating the mistakes that they made in the first half on offense, and the penalties aren't there, and the defense has really stepped up. They're plugging up the middle and shutting down the long ball.
3rd and 15 for Holyoke from the Longmeadow 39-yard line. Peltier back to pass, looking downfield, unloads it to Justin White.
Oh, boy.
Cuts in, cuts out, and he's got one man to beat. And number 11, Noah Hurwitz for Longmeadow was able to get him out of bounds, but not before a big first down pickup. And now he's down at the 10-yard line for a 1st and goal situation.
Yeah, and he was wide open. I didn't see who the back was covering, but it almost looks like he slipped.
And number 48, Justin Kang, is a little slow getting. Josh Kang is a little slow getting up at midfield. And there's going to be a timeout on the field for that. Here at the fourth quarter, we've got the timeout on the field. I want to thank again Rocky's Hardware. From one modest store to over 32 convenient locations throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Florida, Rocky's is here for you. Rediscover Rocky's and see our great new selection of outdoor power tools, pet supplies, premium paint, and craftsman tools. Rocky's, a rock-solid service since 1926. 11:52 to go in the third quarter. Lancers ahead 16-12. Holyoke driving now. It's actually going to be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line.
Dive up the middle.
And a good Holyoke push. And we're going to credit my friend James Kennedy, the center from Holyoke, with that push.
You and James go back a long way, Chris?
Way back. His father owns Competitive Edge up in Holyoke, and my family's been in ski racing a long time, so Jim Kennedy and I at Competitive Edge got to know each other quite well, and he's got does a great job up at Competitive Edge, and I watched his son grow up. And out, Peltier on the pitch over the right side, number 25, Anthony Perez for Holyoke. And if Perez had one more step in him, he was going to get to that corner. Holyoke now, 3rd down and 2. Down 16-12.
3rd down and 2.
And really, go back to this play. They would have faced the 3rd and 15.
Yep.
And Peltier was able to hit number 10 for Holyoke, Justin White, on the in and out.
I'd love to see a stop here, Chris.
And what we said was White was a handful, and we could see it. So out of the I formation, tight end left and tight end right. We got a timeout on the field.
Timeout Longmeadow.
To Longmeadow. And while there's a timeout on the field here in the fourth quarter, I want to thank again Doctors Express. Doctors Express is proud to support Longmeadow football. The Doctors Express centers are conveniently located in Springfield and West Springfield. They provide walk-in urgent care 7 days a week with extended hours. Their experienced physicians provide treatment for illness and injury, from the flu or an earache to cuts, broken bones, and much more, like flu shots. You don't need an appointment or a referral, and they accept most insurances. So when you just can't wait to see a doctor, come to Doctors Express in Springfield or West Springfield. And we thank Doctors Express and we thank Rocky's Hardware for their support of Longmeadow football on LCTV. 3rd down and 3 inside the 5-yard line. And this could be a crucial point in the game. We're here in the 4th quarter early, 10:23 to go in the game. And it's an odd score, obviously. So this is not setting up for overtime in any way. Out of the I formation.
He's quarterback going up the middle.
And they're just a plain old wedge play. Nothing better than a wedge play in football. That's old-time hockey right there, Rick. That's going to be a 1st and goal for Holyoke on the 1-yard line.
On the 1-inch line, it looks like. And Zach Togas goes in for, looks like they're going to a 6-man front.
And I think at this point, Holyoke's going to be happy to just pound this ball for as long as it takes. Under
There
center.
he goes again.
Same play, wedge play, touchdown, Holyoke. On the dive here in the 4th quarter with 9:58 to go. The 1-yard sneak by Andrew Peltier. Making the score, Holyoke 18, Lancers 16.
All right, they're going to go for the extra point to go up by 3.
Up by 3. And our turret to kick. Ball is down, kick is up, and kick is
And
good.
it's good.
Good hit by our turret on that one. So with 9:58 to go in the ball game, Holyoke Purple Knights take the lead 19-16. So just like that, Holyoke gets themselves back in the game. It was a 12-7 Holyoke lead at halftime. Artura took the safety to make it 12-9. McCarthy 15-yard run to make it 15-12. Rye kick 16-12. Peltier just now on the 1-yard sneak to make it 18-16. Holyoke Artura kick. We've got a 19-16 Holyoke lead with 9:58 to go in the ball game. Chaporis and Calabrese back deep to field the Artura kick. And I guess officially, given that it's under 10 minutes, we've entered crunch time.
Yeah, this is the time. We need a good solid drive all the way down the field on this one.
Our turret back to kick. He hits the ball short into the middle. It's going to be Calabrese coming from the left side. He's going up the left side. A good gain back out to the 32-yard line. Good solid hit by number 37 from Holyoke, Shane LaFortune, a sophomore linebacker. Ostrander back out. Number 3 at safety, Tavon Morales, the one who made the hit. So we know that the deep back for Holyoke is a hitter, and we'll see if that rests in the minds on the pass play here in the 4th quarter. Around the right side goes Keegan Berry. He's got a big gain over the right side.
He's got some speed down the sidelines.
That's number 3 for Holyoke.
That's a great.
Tavon Morales is able to drag him down. An excellent play for Longmeadow.
And that's a play, Chris, we've been teaching Keegan to run since he was in 3rd grade. A basic 248 sweep out of a double black formation.
And just brings it around that right side. He got a good Good pull from the guards, set up a wall for him, and he was able to just take it and go without any hesitation whatsoever.
There we go, Keegan again.
Back to Keegan Barrier on the left side. He's able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's trying to do that quick pitch out to the four-back.
Just too much penetration through the line on that one.
Yeah.
And I think they're just going to have to go through the blocking. Number 76 for Longmeadow, Jack Blanton, comes up a little gimpy, and he's going to come out of the game. And number 72, Campbell Marchant, is going to check in.
Jack really hasn't come out of the game today at all. He's playing really well.
2nd and 10 for Longmeadow. And let's call it the 26-yard line.
Looks like a possible off tackle or belly play here. Yep,
and
belly play up the right side. He's
Side.
going in.
Touchdown, 28-yard scamper by Chaporis.
That was a great belly right up the middle, great blocking.
22-19. Walled that off. Chaporis hit the hole quick and put Longmeadow ahead 22-19 with 8:55 to go in the third quarter. Great play by Chaporis and his line. He was almost untouched on his way in.
There was a great hole there.
That's the way it looks in the playbook. Rye is going to be on to kick the extra point at 22-19 to make this a 4-point game. Metcalf to hold. Takes the snap. Up.
That looks good.
And good. So Longmeadow back to a 23-19 lead on the Rye kick. So the second half has been event-filled, to say the least.
It sure has.
But Longmeadow, while ahead just 23-19, seems to have established a foundation in this game. They do have to stop 2 playmakers, really 3 playmakers from Holyoke. But they've gained momentum. They've established a good foundation.
You know, Chris, I bet you if you go back and take a look at that play, Campbell Marchant, who just subbed in for Jack Blanton, who's been playing really hard all game. I think he made that the block on there that let Mix through. He opened up a big hole there.
Time to spin it back on the DVR.
Exactly. And he's still celebrating on the sideline still.
As he should.
All right, Gerwick. It's a nice kickoff there.
Back to our turret.
Part at the 20 down the sideline, takes it outside.
Gets it out of bounds about the 32-yard line, so our turret returns the kick up the left side. Good kick. I think Longmeadow against explosive returners, at some point we'll learn to kick low and left.
Yep.
So 30, let's say Holyoke's operating out of the 32-yard line. Got ourselves a great ball game here tonight.
Number 23, John Nunez just checked in to play some defensive line.
Around the right side for Holyoke goes Ransford Quaid. He's a tough runner, and with one more step, he'd really be punishing around that outside. Good pickup for Holyoke. Let's call it 2nd and 6. Operating from their 35-yard line. And Holyoke knows they need to put a drive together right now. They don't want to give Longmeadow back that ball.
We've got White split out wide here with Keegan Barry on his coverage. Now Hurwood's playing off the second receiver.
And they're going back to Quaid around that right side. He's going to be close to the first down.
By number 24, Ransford Quaid.
And Quaid has turned into quite a workhorse here in that second half. Going to bring up a third down. Got a tough spot. He went out a little earlier than his momentum. 3rd and 3. Big play in the game right here. You're running or passing right here?
I don't know. I'm going to guess that they're going to be passing.
And I think that runner was out of bounds and the clock kept running. And they may put some time back on this clock. And that's exactly what the referees are doing. They're asking for more time to be put back on the clock.
7:42.
So 7:42 will go onto the clock. Holyoke will go back to the huddle on a crucial 3rd and 2 here in the game. 7:42 to go, obviously, in the 4th quarter. And Chaporis checks in for Falcone. Putting a little more speed on the outside.
Oh, he's going up the middle.
And they just picked on the defensive formation. And he's not bashful about going up the middle.
No.
Obviously called in the huddle that they were going to take the first hole on the left side. And they just split the defensive tackles. But Longmeadow really from that position in the field could not get into any kind of goal line defense. And they just pushed out on each side. 1st and 10, Holyoke, 44-yard line.
Tracked him down by Campbell Marchant.
That's going to lose 5 yards. Ransford Quaid, 5'11", 185 pounds, taken down for a 5-yard loss. So one has to guess Holyoke's going back to the air this time. And I can... First choice, Justin White, number 10.
Got 2nd and long here.
And both White and Arturat are split over here on this side. Closest to us.
Back up
to
the middle.
Quaid up the middle. And
come on, guys.
He's got a nice gain, and he's not stopping. And in fact, that might be, that's Swarzewski, number 33. And that's an excellent call and carry. And again, they're just splitting the defense. That guy's back on their heels. Great pickup by Holyoke. So Holyoke, 1st and 10, 6:27 to go in the game, operating from the Longmeadow 42-yard line.
And we need to stop here, Chris. This is a drive we have to stop now.
What's your phrase? Big players make big plays. And it's time.
Back up the middle again.
Back up the middle using the push of that line. And that play is going to be good for 4 yards. Good pickup for Holyoke. A solid gain on a 1st down, putting him in an enviable position as they go to 2nd down.
I think they're taking advantage of our line that's out there. Nunez is in as a sub. And they're coming right up over the middle.
Nunez listed as a linebacker, but playing down in the middle. 5'7", 200 pounds. And the Holyoke line, it's not a tall line, but that's a beefy line. Averaging 230 across the front.
There's some wide bodies out there.
Yep. Back to pass. Peltier looks. He's got our friend number 10, Justin White. And we've been calling his number tackle. Put on Meadow by Keegan Berry. And he's going to suffer from cramps again. So we've got a timeout on the field while he's attended to his cramps. Again, we're going to take this time to thank both Doctors Express and Rocky's Hardware for being our sponsors. Thank also to LCTV for putting this production together, and Doug Paz for being the producer of this show. Probably the #1 rated show in Longmeadow this week. Wouldn't you assume?
Absolutely. We're going to give that Texas A&M Alabama game a little run for their money here.
Yeah, that's yesterday's news. So Holyoke 1st and 10, operating from the Longmeadow 28-yard line. 5:07 to go in the game. Clock moving 23-19. Lancer lead from the pistol formation. Peltier. Low snap, picks it up perfectly, pitches it out to number 33.
Where's our outside linebacker?
And he gets the corner. A play that really had not worked to that kind of success up to this point, and they pulled that one off.
No.
First down, Holyoke.
It's a first down.
That is a first down for Holyoke from the 12-yard line. First and 10.
Well, the markers are in the exact same spot they were the last time.
4:53. Holyoke, if Holyoke gets that good first down with that beefy line, they're tough to stop out of the I formation.
See if they keep going right up the middle, and they
Handoff,
do again.
Swazerski.
And we're stopped here.
Good penetration by number 38 for Longmeadow, Ben Aronson. And Ben kind of blew up the play in the backfield, made the running back change his operation, and no gain on the play, so second and 10.
Campbell Marchand and Nick Cruz in on the play as well.
With the Lancers leading 23-19, obvious four-down territory because a field goal does Holyoke no good. Our turret splits to the right. Justin White's in tight on the left. Handoff.
Comes outside again.
Outside, and he's got the corner, and he's looking to score, and he's going to do it. Holyoke, number 33, Brian Swazerski, goes into the end zone from 12 yards out on a second and 10. Swazerski shows his mettle.
You got to protect that corner. You can't let the guys come outside. Our linebackers were late to fill in on that.
25-23, 12 yards for Swazerski, left side. And an excellent run that he was able to get to the outside. Or Turret on the kick to make it a 3-point gain. So this is a big kick now. Snap, hold, good foot.
That's good.
4:08 to go in the game. Longmeadow finds themselves down by 3 points.
Well, we need to put together another good long drive here.
Lots of timeouts in the bag. So obviously with 4:08, they don't have to call timeouts on the offensive series. They're going to want to save their timeouts and use them on the defensive series. But Longmeadow was fighting back. Longmeadow had a solid third quarter. Longmeadow's given up some big plays.
Well, let's hope they never have to get back into a defensive series. Let's use the clock, drive the ball down the field, and put one up on the boards.
I think at this point, Coach St. George would take a run back off the kickoff. Down 26-23 to the Holyoke Knights. Since Longmeadow joined the AA Conference in 2000, they are 13-0 against the Holyoke Purple Knights. And they're looking to make it 14-0 with just 4:08 to go in the ball game and down by 3. Chaporis and Calabrese deep. Both of them have got the speed and moves to take this all the way back. Our turret lets it go. A good kick.
A bomb.
Sends them both back into the end zone. It's going to touch the end zone, go through the end zone. So Longmeadow is going to bring the ball out to their 20-yard line.
That was a heck of a kick.
Real good kick. And this is a kid that's played both ways all night. And he's tired, and he hit it. He didn't hit it high, but he drove it deep, got it over their heads. So they're going to make Longmeadow go the distance. They're going to make him go 80 yards with 4:08 to go. Ostrander hands off to McCarthy.
Go, Conrad.
Side. Good gain, 10 yards.
Looks like he got our first down on that one.
And I think so. Clock has stopped to reset the chains. At 4:01, clock will go again when it is reset. And Longmeadow just needs to keep making positive yards. And I think that's going to be the key here. They have to avoid the negative plays. They obviously have to keep the ball in their hands.
Well, they got to use the plays that are working. And again, they went off tackle there and picked up another 10.
Handoff, Chaporis, right side. Justin White on the tackle from his corner position, but not before Chaporis is able to pick up 6 yards on the play. So again, positive yardage. You don't have to worry about the clock. 3:26 to go. They got plenty of timeouts in the bag. They just have to keep moving, and they got to avoid the mistake.
No turnovers.
Number 3, Tavon Morales is deep for Holyoke at safety. Handoff.
Nice block.
Right side. Falcone around the right side. He's
go, Johnny.
Go. Johnny the
Johnny
Pride.
Falcone. What an amazing job reading the blocks and taking the ball all the way down the field.
The pride of Twin Hills Drive. Brings it around the right side, perhaps his first carry of the night, and goes the distance. Falcone, on what is a 60-yard run, puts Longmeadow in the lead 29-26, and that'll make the former quarterback Johnny Falcone happy with the 60-yard scamper over the right side. Excellent blocking as well. But he's a powerful kid. When he gets his strides going, he can move with anybody, and he did.
It's nice to see Johnny come back from that knee injury he suffered last year.
29-26 Lancers, 3:01 to go in the game, and I'm running out of lead because this has been a scoring fest. Rye on the kick to turn this into a 4-point game, 30-26 for Longmeadow with 3:01 to go.
All right, we need our defense to have a big stop here. Let's turn the ball over. Keep the ball out of the hands of Mr. White.
This has been a scoring fest here in the second half. Arturat on the safety for Holyoke. McCarthy a 15-yard run. Pelletier a 1-yard sneak for Holyoke. Japoris the 28-yard run. Swazerski a 12-yard run for Holyoke. And then Falcone comes back with a 60-yard scamper. So John Falcone with a big play around the right side, well blocked by his teammates, and Longmeadow takes back the lead 30-26 with 3:01 to go in the game. So Longmeadow needs a solid kick.
And we got Luke Gerwick kicking off again. And we're looking for a ball.
Always good to have a ball when you're playing a game. Shane Michelman, number 40, a senior, injured, brings it out onto the field.
He was injured in the Agawam game.
Is that right?
Yes. I think on a special teams play, kickoff or kick return.
Looking to contribute, and does. Luke Gerwick ready to kick. Kicks out, short. 70,
the ball.
Fumbled the ball. Longmeadow could have this one. Number 4 for Longmeadow, Kyle Jones. Had his nose in there, and that totally shocked. It was not done on purpose. Totally shocked.
Longmeadow has the ball.
Football. Number 4, a transfer from Connecticut. Kyle Jones, a junior quarterback and defensive back, gets to the ball, dives on it, and it's going to be Longmeadow football. Big play by Jones. 2:55 to go, and that may take the heart right out of Holyoke.
And Chris, we'll have to talk with Luke after the game to see if he did that on purpose, because I'm not so sure.
I can tell you the answer right now because we saw that kick earlier, and he was holding his head. The secret weapon has been unleashed.
And let's just run the ball.
Coming around the side, Keegan Berry. Down to the Holyoke 42-yard line for a 3-yard gain. So Longmeadow willing to keep the ball on the ground, get Holyoke to use some of those timeouts. However, Holyoke chooses not to use it right now, which I don't quite understand.
Now the secret here, Chris, is let's just pick up some first downs, run that clock down, and end the game here.
2:25 and counting in the game. Ostrander standing, just letting the clock run. Goes under center, now he takes it. Conrad McCarthy around the left side. Good play from number 43 of Holyoke. Tim Gerard
that's the
came
2-minute warning.
No
Timeout.
2-minute warning here. Just another Holyoke timeout. And that, why weren't they calling that on the play before? I'm not sure. Third. That'll bring up a third down, and let's call it 7 yards. So Longmeadow looking to ice this game away with 2 minutes to go and a 30-26 lead. Ostrander at the sidelines with Nick St. George. And there goes Ostrander back.
Let's see if they go back to that counter play.
Well, if it goes in the air, I'll be the most shocked guy in the stadium. Handoff.
Got the belly. He got the first down.
And that should do it.
Right.
Big run. Good run by... Was that Chaporis?
That was Chaporis.
That was Chaporis, yes. Hard up the right side.
Couldn't you tell by the speed and the moves, Chris?
I originally thought it was Keegan Barry taking it. Chaporis looked like he grew about 4 inches on that one. He was high striding it through there.
He was.
So Longmeadow gets a first down. And the clock is running with 1:35 to go in the game, and I think Holyoke's out of timeouts.
Let's
30-26 Lancers. And at this point, Longmeadow can sit on the ball. Sneak, Ostrander up the middle. Gain of 4. Timeout on the field, Holyoke.
How many timeouts did they have left?
Well,
Chris?
they get 5 per half, but they've used them strangely here in the last minute, and I don't quite understand the reasoning or the pattern. Most importantly, Longmeadow has the ball with a 4-point lead, 30-26, 1:13 to go in the game. Ball on the 22-yard line. Clock is stopped for the Holyoke timeout. Ostrander under center. Hands off. Conrad McCarthy left
Conrad
side.
with a great move. He's going to go in.
Outside.
That's another touchdown for Longmeadow.
22 yards by McCarthy. His second touchdown of the night. 36-26. Longmeadow leads with 1:06 to go in the game.
They certainly came to play here in the second half, Chris. They eliminated the penalties and the mistakes and played some really good football here in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter.
Well, and they did. And what's most important, as I'm watching, is the fact that they got down. They took the lead, but then they went behind and they fought right back. Rye on the kick to make it 37-27. Snap, hold, kick, low.
Not good.
No good. So Rye, no good. 36-26.
1 minute, 6 seconds to go.
1 minute, 6. Guess what? The fat lady's warming up.
No, the Lancers just really carried that momentum into the fourth quarter and went up an extra touchdown, and that should do it. I really like the way Conrad McCarthy played today. He ran the ball well, had a couple nice passes, just played a really, really solid game.
And 2 touchdown runs. Chaporis coming back from a knockout punch. At the end of the second quarter to put together. Falcone's 60-yard run was a backbreaker. Holyoke fought the entire game. Holyoke took the lead here in the fourth quarter, and then Longmeadow has scored the last 2 touchdowns to wrestle control.
I got to go back and take a look at that Falcone touchdown. That line did an amazing job of getting out there and creating some big holes for him.
Kick by Gerwick. Goes to the left side. 13 for Holyoke. Raekwon Acevedo on the carry, brings it across the 41-yard line. Going to get Gerwick to work on that low and left kick. The reason we say that is most guys with the ball like to tuck it in their right hand, and they like to run to the right side. If you kick it low and left, the guy picks it up, does not want to put it in his left hand, does not want to cut back to the middle, and you pinch him in on that sideline. Peltier has played an outstanding game, is going to go back in the pistol. Back to pass, looks down the field.
Off target there.
Pass is late for number 10, Justin White, who's had an excellent game as well. White has impressed me. Peltier has impressed me. Arturit has done a great job. Number 24, Quaid, has done a great job. And the Holyoke offensive line behind James Kennedy has done a great job as well. Peltier, pass.
Again off target.
Two receivers in the same area. Number 20 for Holyoke, Isaac Badillo, and number 11, Daniel Boyle. And I think it was just, there's a bit of confusion. Two guys shouldn't be 2 yards apart. Bringing up a 3rd and 10 now with 53 seconds to go and a 10-point Lancer lead. Back to pass, Peltier throws it to the outside, and that's incomplete. Intended for Badillo again, but the ball skipped into his arm, bringing up a 4th down.
Falcone on the coverage there as well.
So Longmeadow is going to walk away here with a victory, one that they earned.
Yeah, they sure did. They played much better in the second half. Not that they played poorly in the first half, just made some mistakes and really couldn't get their momentum going. But in the second half, they continued to progress throughout the third quarter and definitely into the fourth quarter.
Ball is incomplete to Justin White, so Longmeadow is going to take over on downs. 43 seconds to go in the game, and we'll just see the victory formation in the kneel play going on. Longmeadow, as I said, gets the week off next week, so they'll put together 2 weeks of solid practice to get ready for Central, who's just darn good.
And he took the knee.
Kneel by Ostrander. 38 seconds to go, so I think they're going to have to do that one more time. And that'll be ball game. So, Rick, it was a pleasure having you here tonight for your first time in the booth. It wasn't raining outside, so there wasn't the greatest benefit.
Well, listen, Chris, I really appreciate you guys having me on board here tonight. It was a lot of fun. Certainly a great view from here, and it's great to see these kids that I coached for so many years out on the field and playing such a good game tonight.
Well, Rick, always remember that the thing about announcing is you can get in, but you can't get out.
I'm looking forward to coming back.
That's the ball game. The Longmeadow Lancers have defeated the Holyoke Purple Knights 36-26 here on September 20th, 2013 on Lancer Field. Rick, final comments?
Chris, I'm excited for the rest of the season. We got that Agawam game out of the way, and we're 2-1 and got a good 2 weeks to get ready for the next game.
I was glad to see Longmeadow's improvement tonight, and I think that, yes, they've got a difficult opponent coming up in Central, but they got 2 weeks of solid practice. The team can get better. They're young. They should have some fun out there for the rest of the season, driving for the playoffs. Thank you again to LCTV, our sponsors, Doctors Express and Rocky's Hardware, to Doug Paz, our producers, and all our cameramen who are dry and warm this evening. This is Chris Gagne with Rick Cruz saying good night. Final score, Longmeadow Lancers 36, Holyoke Purple Knights 26. Good night.
Good night.
tonight.